Say E, A, G, L, E, S. Eagles. Say fly, Eagles fly. Yo, that, what's going on, man? You know who it is, you know what it is. It's your boy Fully Fresh, aka the General. Also, aka for the Better Bird Podcast. Shout out to all of y'all members, man. Shout out to the Yodak Nation, man. If you haven't done it, please make sure you hit that sub button right down there, man. On the road to 2K, almost there. It's been a nice little ride, y'all. We on that road, trying to get there, man. I appreciate everybody that's done it, man. Listen, shout out to Jersey Boy. I told him that gift card was on the way, and he got it, man. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. I'm going to tell y'all like this, though, real fast, before I get into this video, because we got some things to talk about. Real fast. I'm going to give y'all till Friday. If you win and I comment on your comment, I'll give you till Friday to respond. Give me your email, because I got a lot of things going on. I can't make it sure that I can't keep saying or are you doing this or are you doing that. So I gotta make sure that you hit me by Friday. If you don't, then I don't know, man. It's a couple people, like last week, somebody won. They never hit me back. You know what I mean? Somebody won this week, still didn't hit me back. So if it's you, make sure you check your comment on the do's and don'ts. Whatever that you commented on, make sure you go check your comment, because I probably commented back to you and told you that you won. But now let's talk some Eagles, y'all. Let's talk some Eagles. Let's talk some young Eagles. Let's talk some old Eagles. I understand, everybody. I understand. I get it. I get it. I get it. We see the young talent. We see Travis Fulgham. We see Hightower. We see Greg Ward, who I'm going to put him kind of in the middle, but he is our young talent. Greg Ward, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. He has been our most consistent, and he's not the most talented, but he has been our best and most consistent wide receiver these last 2 years. Just think about it. Who has been more consistent than Mr. Greg Ward? Mr. Consistent, that's what I call him. Who has been more consistent? Who has been on the field probably the most? Man, shout out to Greg Ward, man. I understand he didn't have a lot. I think he only had like 36 yards last week. But who did have a lot? You know what I mean? It wasn't really that week that it was the bomb squad out there or something. And this is why I want everybody to slow down talking about we don't need D-Jack and we don't need Alshon and stuff like that. I get it. We see new talent, and then we win, and Carson, it just seemed like he just does more with this new talent because he has to, number one. And number two, let's not act like they just had a offensive explosion with these kids. You know what I mean? It's a difference. It's levels to this, and they got to get to the level. Now, shout out to them for coming up to the task and doing everything that they need to do. If y'all have not seen, I just retweeted it. I can't remember who tweeted it. But if y'all didn't see that block that Travis Fulgham put on the cornerback from the 49ers, he literally drove him damn near to the locker room. Like, that's the will. That's, I want to be on this football team, and I want to be on this field. And doing stuff like that is going to get you on this field. Making sure that you got time to play. But here's the thing. When Alshon Jeffrey comes back, Deshaun Jackson comes back, dudes like that, they still need to play. They still need to start. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not slapping your players in the face. Because before the season, they wasn't supposed to start other than Jalen Reagor. These young kids weren't supposed to start. Half of them were supposed to be on the team. So it's not like you slapping them in the face by saying, all right, listen, when the guys get here, you got to take a back seat. And I think that, because just think about it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we have never seen D-Jack and Alshon Jeffrey on the field at the same time. We haven't. If you want to say the Atlanta game, I think, and I don't even know, I don't think Alshon played that Atlanta game last year. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he came back to Detroit game. So I'm not even sure that he played the Atlanta game last year. And that's when Deshaun Jackson got hurt. So I don't think that they played together at all. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but to have finally a bona fide somebody that's a 50-50 guy that J.J. Arcega-Whiteside is supposed to be. Somebody that goes up, and it really changes the dynamic of the field, because you have to account for a guy like that. Maybe he gets doubled a couple times because you like, whoa, this guy's too tall for my cornerbacks. Let me get some safety help over the top. And then that's when Deshaun Jackson can probably get one-on-one a couple times. You know what I mean? We understand. I see it, man. I get it. I get it. These young guys, you like, whoa, look what Carson's doing with these young guys and yada, yada, yada. But we have not seen what Carson's going to do with Alshon. For real. Now, everybody's talking about D-Jack, and D-Jack doesn't seem disinterested and yada, yada, yada. He gets like that. And I'm not taking up for him. I'm not saying it's right. He tripping. You know what I mean? You want to come out with mixtapes and all. I didn't even know he rap. I didn't know he rap, man. So, hey, whatever. But, you want to come out with mixtapes and you want to do this, I need you in that playbook. Since you hurt, I need you in that playbook. Like, I get it. It seems like his dedication is not only to you thought he would be more dedicated to the team. But it seems like if he's not getting the targets and he's not getting the catches, obviously, without the targets, that he feels some type of way, and you see it all over his face. You see it all over his sleeve. He wears it on the sleeve. So we see that, and I get it. I get it, but he's still talented. Probably until these young guys prove me wrong, probably has the most talent in the wide receiver room right now. For him to be able to do comeback routes like how he does and still have the speed that he does, I can't, because we was all saying Deshaun Jackson. I was saying Deshaun Jackson. Yes, I was. But I also was telling y'all he's not going to play 16 games. So I was not worried about that. What I am worried about right now is his attitude, is the way that he's being put on the field. Are you giving it your all? Or are you just doing what you're doing in Tampa Bay when you wasn't getting the ball like how you how you wanted, and basically sat out and quit the rest of the season with one injury? Now, if that is Deshaun Jackson's problem, then I'm cool. Go ahead with the young guys. Bring in Quez Watkins, who I think still should play. Bring in Hightower, who I think still should play. Of course, Rager. I think he should be in the slot, though. So my lineup is still going to look like this. If everybody is healthy, my lineup is Alshon at the X, Deshaun Jackson at the Y, and Rager at the Z in the slot. That's how I would look. And then you bring in these other guys. Quez can come in for Alshon. You know what I mean? Greg Ward can come in for Rager. Then you got a Hightower. He can come in for DJ. That's your 6 receivers right there. And it's funny that I have not named J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Breaking news. I am done. I'm done. I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. I'm done. I have taken up for this guy. I have protected this guy. I said, well, maybe the staff is not putting him in predicaments, which I still think is the case. But if you can't stay on the field, we don't need you. If you can't play, you can't stay. That's just facts, man. That's just facts. I'm tired of seeing J.J. Arcega-Whiteside on an injured list. And I don't think it's because he's injured. His brain might be injured. He might got some things going on up there. I'm done with J.J. Arcega-Whiteside until I'm proven wrong. I am done. Y'all will not hear me take off a J.J. Arcega-Whiteside again. Shout out to this young talent, though. Shout out to Travis. Travis probably take J.J. Arcega-Whiteside's spot. Shout out to Travis, man. Shout out to Greg Ward. I keep telling y'all he's our most consistent wide receiver. And I need to see more of him. It should be no reason why J.J. Arcega-Whiteside was getting more plays than Greg Ward. And it's because we know what it is. It's basically politics. I drafted this guy 2nd round. I'm going to force him on the field. When you got a guy that catches everything, Everything thrown at Greg Ward is caught. Come on, man. What we talking about here? What we talking about here? Travis, I can't front, whatever his name is. This dude has more yards than J.J. Arcega-Whiteside in one game. I'm talking about his career. He has more yards than J.J. Arcega-Whiteside in one game. More targets than him in this year. In one game.
Stay fresh.